So, hello and welcome. I'm not sure whether you can hear me and see me. YouTube is saying that everything is okay, so I hope so. I just clicked at record just for the case that there were any issues with the streaming, with YouTube, with, I don't know, my equipment and so on and so on. But I have my monitors in my ears, so anything happens, I will be aware of. I just broke something here, like 2 minutes ago. It's a clamp of my light. I hope it's okay. It won't broke during the webinar. Let's begin without any further ado. My name is Pavel Horák. This is my private project, Pavel Horák Tech. I will be talking today about the switching to ATAS X from ATAS Classic, and we will continue next week, I think on Monday or Tuesday, was it Tuesday or Monday, with the second webinar in this marathon talking about my indicators. I will start with Linoscope and No Detective and show you 5 free indicators. But the purpose of the second part is show you everything related to the indicators, to my indicators under ATAS X, the system, the logic, and so on and so on. So today is the switching. For those of you who keep on trading with ATAS Classic and are aware of ATAS X but have reasons or any kind of hesitation to switch, I will show you how to switch and what are the barriers, let's say. There aren't any, to be very honest with you. And then there's the final part 3, when I will focus on semaphoric, pattern action, and rain. Yeah, exactly. There are 5 paid indicators and 5 free indicators in my series. So switching to ATAS X. For the first time, I saw ATAS X approximately a year ago. I think it was August 2025. I was shown the upcoming version. I liked it. It was a free and fresh breeze into ATAS Classic at that time, because ATAS Classic apparently did a huge improvement since August 2025 until today. So the versions somehow merge together. They are coming close to each other and so on and so on. And I was missing a few things. Most of all, the control panel, the main panel of ATAS Classic, and I was somehow, I've had ATAS X installed at my computer ever since that time, and I was somehow started it from time to time. Then I was trying a few things, trying my indicators and so on and so on. But to be honest with you, I didn't have any real reason to switch, to be honest with you, because my indicators were tuned on and were aimed at ATAS Classic, and to be able to switch to ATAS X, I needed to make a few improvements and adjustments to them, and that required a significant amount of the effort. So I didn't want to switch. I was waiting until the version will become somehow more popular, so to say, and I will have reason to switch. But then I started receiving messages from my friends, from my colleagues, from other traders, also from developers, that ATAS X is actually better. That it's faster, more stable, fluent, nice, like greased, you know, if you know what I mean. And I started thinking about the switching, because that was, honestly, that was the question of time. It must have come, obviously. So I started adjusting my indicators to ATAS X, so I came with both classic and X versions of the indicators. Some of them require that, some of them don't. For instance, I don't know, power bars doesn't require both versions. That's why power bars, or let's say anchored point and VWAP Ultra, are universal versions which operate with both classic and X version simultaneously without any adjustments required. And then there are indicators that require particular versions, particular adjustments, such as semaphoric, linoscope, light linoscope ultra, and so on and so on. So I finally had to start working with ATAS X more seriously, and I had to say that I somehow fell in love with the platform. Because my colleagues and friends and so on, they were right. The platform is fluent, it's smoother, it's nicer, it's more pleasure to work with. It's different. It's the same. Apparently, it's the same application. Of course, it is, but it's a modern UI. It's a modern core, and I started working with ATAS X since then. I start ATAS Classic only when I need it. I've been working on something related to the ATAS Classic version. I need it because ATAS X doesn't have the strategies yet. I'm unable to place strategies at the chart on the ATAS X, but that's the only reason there's another instance of ATAS Classic running on my second computer. Otherwise, on this computer, on my main computer, I work with ATAS X, and honestly, I'm absolutely satisfied with that. I don't have any reason to switch. So that's it. And I would like to show you how you can switch easily. And basically, I will show you a few things when I got stuck on my way to using ATAS X efficiently and whole time, so to say. And give you a piece of advice, actually. So when I switch to, yeah, that's correct. That's the classroom. Somehow obsessed with the motif of the happy aliens at the moment, celebrating ATAS X. It's nice. And the point is, what was I going to do? I already know. The point is the switching, the how to say that? Switching to the platform. What are the important points? So all your settings live in this directory, which is C users, your name, app data, roaming, ATAS X. That's where your personal data live. And when you delete the entire content, you will get back to the fresh version. The same version after the installation. So I will select all the files and I will simply delete them, like so. That's it. Takes some time, very small time, and they've gone. I don't have any settings here at the moment, so I can double click. I have some icons here. I will show you the purpose of these icons later during the webinar. And I already know that I broke my clam. That wasn't a good decision because I need it somehow different. I have an idea. So yeah, ATAS X. I will start the platform and I will get this window, this message. I hope you see that. You do. Import settings, because ATAS X offers the import of your templates, workspaces, connections, drawing templates, indicator templates, and so on, and so on, and so on during this window. So all you need to do is just click at import, and that's it. And you get all the settings. I just showed you that I removed the entire content, and when I click at import, I will start ATAS X with imported settings. So all I need to do is to click at connect. By the way, the same thing like with the previous version, there's beta at the bottom of this, and it already doesn't work again. Same like last time. Something happened last time, yesterday, during the German webinar, and I wasn't able, all of a sudden I wasn't able to use my mouse pointer, mouse highlighter, that's correct. Assign shortcut, it disappeared. Control. I need control. Save. I'm unable to assign the contact. Clear. So Control Shift. Oh, it needs a letter. All of a sudden it needs a letter. Okay, so for now I will set something because I need to show you, and it doesn't work. Oh my gosh. How will I do it? I don't know. Am I able to draw something? I'm even unable to draw. I am. Okay, so you see here, beta version. It's the same window, just like with ATAS Classic. At the bottom of the window, you see the version you use. There's beta, and when I click at that, all I have to do, because I switched to the alpha version, I have the alpha version available as well, but there's no stable, there's neither stable nor latest. ATAS X is only as beta version available. No worries, it's stable, it's reliable, it doesn't freeze, it doesn't stuck, it just works. So no worries, keep their beta, that's okay. Click at connect, and you get connected to the servers, to your existing connection. So when I click at choose widget, I can click at chart. I will choose the instrument such as S&P, and look at that, I have the chart. And when I click here, I need it. At templates, at favorites, I have all my previous settings, such as this chart, which I created. It's impossible. I lost also the fancy zones, because that's a part of Microsoft. I don't know what's happening. I have to do it manually. I hope it's okay. It's okay. Okay, I will do it manually. So this is the template I created during the first marathon for ATAS, when I was talking about cluster charts, footprints, and so on and so. So you see that I actually started working in a matter of minutes. All I had to do is just click at import. But I'm going to show you the different approach. I will click at close without saving. I will delete the content. You see that it's the same directory. C users, your name, app data, roaming, ATAS X. And there's the content created today. It's today's date, July the 16th, 19 hours, 11 minutes. And I will select it again, and I will remove it, because I want to show you the second approach, which is importing particular data. Oh, it works. See that? It started working. So I really don't know what's happening with Microsoft PowerToys. And there are 3 files at my desktop: clean chart, cluster chart, and ATAS Marathon. The first 2 are templates, and the third one is Workspace. And I'm going to demonstrate how to import them manually later during the work with the platform. So there's no need to import everything at the beginning. That's first things. When I double click that, I'm already there. I can skip that. And when I skip that, I will be asked the next time. So you can actually start working with ATAS X and then decide later to import your settings or remove everything, delete all the settings, and you will be offered to import the settings later again. But I'm choosing don't ask again because I don't want ATAS X to offer me importing the settings anytime. And you see the difference. There's no logging. There's no workspace selected. There's nothing because we have literally fresh installation of ATAS X, the same as if I had just installed it. And you see the difference already because previously there was also the alpha version, was it? And the reason is that I allowed ATAS X, alpha version to be offered under ATAS Classic. And when I deleted all the settings, I did not click at import them, then the file saying to ATAS that it should allow me the alpha version isn't here. So there's no the alpha version available anymore. It's okay. I will use the login and click at connect. And this is the same situation when you start ATAS X for the first time. You see the difference. There's this chart, unlike previously. And I can now, I don't know what's the matter, I can work with that. Everything is default. I don't even have the data connection. What you see here is a delayed chart. It's at the bottom of the chart, delayed 15 minutes. And this is for the testing purposes, so that you see the platform, test it out. You can open trade, close the trade because you have a demo account here. I can buy market. Order filled. I just open the position. I can set the stop loss. I can set the target. Order place. I can delete the drawing object. I can delete the indicator on the right side. It's a depth of market indicator. So I will click at, I will go to the top left corner. It's the same like with the previous version or current existing version, the ATAS Classic version. When you move your mouse to the top left corner, you see the list of the indicator, and that is the depth of market indicator. I will delete it like so. And this is how the chart looks like. This position is at the demo version, so there's no need to rush or anything. You see here that there was this ES footprint. This is how developers named the tab, because the entire idea of ATAS X is tabs. It works in tabs. You have a tab with ES footprint. You have a tab with Solana. The purpose was to show you that ATAS is able to analyze, display, and trade crypto as well, apparently. When I click, of course, when I click at X icon, I will close the tab. Are you sure you want to close this tab? Yes, I want. And here I can do several things. First things first. You see that there's this trading panel on the right. Of course, that's the same. No changes at all. You can close the panel by clicking the T key, like trading, T. That's it. And or you can click the chart with your right button and click at chart trader again. Or there's this shortcut, this icon in the menu of the chart. That's the trading panel. I will close it up, I will open it up, and so on and so on. So that's the first thing. And you can rename it. That is why there's ES footprint. When I switch, for instance, to NQ, it won't change because that was renamed. You were delivered the tab named ES footprint. When I right click the tab, I can rename it again to something, whatever, my tab, such as my tab. And now it's my tab. And I can work with the different instruments, of course. You saw already, when I click here, it's the same, there's no change. There's the menu at the chart, at the top of the chart, there's the menu on the left, and there's the menu on the right. So, let's begin on the left, of course. There's this icon, it's the group icon. When I click it, I can set the color to group the charts together. And when I change instrument at one chart, it will change the instrument at all charts with the same group color. If I set it, for example, to aqua, or let's say to green, whatever, and I open a new chart, and set the group color to green, the color links the charts together, then I will be able to synchronize, basically, the instruments across the charts. And if I have somewhere, I don't know, the aqua color, apparently, or red color, or no color, it won't get synchronized, that's obvious. When I click here, I can change the instrument, of course. We can change this, that's also new. And there are some instruments, when you start ATAS for the very first time, predefined, favorized, I don't know how to say that, it's a difficult word. Among the favorites, you see that there's the favorites group, and there's S&P, there's NASDAQ, there's crude oil, and so on and so on and so on. Some of them have this notice, continuous DX feed delayed. It's a continuous contract, but it's a DX feed delayed contract. So I already emphasized that there's no connection configured at this moment. When I go to menu, and this is the replacement of the main panel. Previously, there was this famous control panel, main panel, no, whatever you name it, with all the settings available here, basically. Now it's split among menu and among this. You see that? In my opinion, it makes more sense, because now it's everything centralized. You don't have to go to main panel, central panel, change anything, and so on and so on, because some people were somehow used to close the application by clicking at the closing icon in the top right corner instead of closing the application, because here you can close ATAS or close the window. It's not here, I will show you later, but you can choose. But previously you closed the window, but not the platform. The platform, you were able to close the platform by clicking at the X icon at the control panel previously. Now it's okay, now it's like this. So everything is concentrated, concentrated on the menu here. And when I click it, the first position is connections. And as you can see, there's no live data source at this moment, because I didn't configure it. I showed you, I removed the entire content of the ATAS X folder and removed my connections as well, obviously. So there are some ATAS SIM connections, like here and here. There's the crypto SIM, and then there are delayed data feeds. Delayed data. It's not current data. Don't trade based on this, because data is delayed. I don't know where currently NASDAQ is. Maybe there were news. I don't know what news would be here at 1925. But maybe there was something, I don't know, any development, and NASDAQ can be above 30,000 at this moment. I don't know, we are 15 minutes delayed. The purpose is you can try. You can try the application, you can try the... just a sec, I will do one thing. I will do apps, not this. I will do one thing. Yeah, that's good. There was development, so the purpose is just to test the platform, just to show you how you can use it, what are the indicators, how you can set it up, and so on and so on, and actually show you. Yeah, that's great. Show you the charts. It's not aimed at trading at all because it's delayed apparently. So these are predefined data feeds for testing, delayed, and therefore there are delayed instruments among the favorites, among the instrument management, because you are not allowed, you can't use, for instance, S&P 500, this one, which is continuous, with the DX feed delayed data source. These are not compatible. It's like a completely different instrument. Imagine you have a connection for the CBOT exchange and you want to trade gold, which is NYMEX, I guess. I think so, NYMEX, is it? You won't get the data. It's a completely different instrument. You won't see that. So you have to distinguish between the delayed instruments and continuous instrument, undelayed instruments. Therefore, I will show you later, therefore, there was also ATAS SIM delayed, because ATAS SIM, it's the demo account where I opened the position previously. ATAS SIM means demo account. So we will, first things first, the most important thing apparently is to set up live data feed, because I want to see live data, not delayed data. So I go to menu here, I click it up, I click at connections, and I click at this plus icon, plus button, and I will choose Rhythmic because I'm about to add the Rhythmic data feed. Yeah. I will click at next, I will confirm this message, yes, and I will start setting it up. Name the connection, APH, so abbreviation doesn't mean anything. I will copy paste my connection data. You can guess what the connector is. It's actually on purpose, because I'm going to show you one thing. Server. You need to choose the connection point where this ATAS connector will connect to. And there are several options. Well, there are quite a few of them. Rhythmic paper trading Chicago area, rhythmic paper trading Europe, and so on and so on. And then there are particular companies with their own servers. So if I had, I don't know, John Doe proptrading.com, fictional company which offers prop trading, and the company wasn't in this list of particular prop firms, then I choose Rhythmic Paper Trading Chicago area. It's advisable using Chicago area always. I spoke to the prop firms. And I was told that it's always better using Chicago area. No matter if you are in Europe or if you live close to Frankfurt, if you are in Australia, if you are in Tokyo, and so on and so on. If you use paper trading and your broker or prop firm doesn't have dedicated servers, then you can choose the closest access point, which makes sense. But with this, well, there's Apex, so apparently this is an Apex connector. I need to find Apex servers, because with Rhythmic paper trading Chicago area, it would not work. I need to find Apex and choose Apex Chicago area, which is here. This is correct settings, but this is only for Apex. If I had Bullenox, if I had Phidias, if I had, I don't know, John Doe prop trading, then I should choose different server. This works with Apex and Apex only, which makes sense. I don't want aggregated quotes, and that's it. I click at finish, and there's a new connection, Rhythmic APH, which is currently disconnected. I need to set this window properly. What I'm going to do, I need to distinguish between the data sources that provide me with quotes, and that will be auto-connected at the startup of ATAS platform. Two things, separated things. Of course, I want this Rhythmic's connection to get started upon startup of ATAS, of course, because I don't want to go each time to menu, select connections, select Rhythmic APH, click at connect, and so on and so on. I want to have this automatically, without thinking, no-brainer. But I don't need anything else except ATAS SIM, because I want the demo account. And I mustn't choose ATAS SIM 15 minutes delayed. Just like delayed instruments, which I spoke about a few minutes ago, the demo account must be related with your data feed and with your instruments. So if you use DXFeed delayed, you need to use DXFeed delayed instruments, and you need to use ATAS SIM delayed. All three same. I'm about to set up the live data, so I don't need ATAS SIM delayed, I need ATAS SIM. And that's the demo account, nothing else. It's not data, it's not candles, it's not bits ask, profiles, nothing. It's just demo account. ATAS SIM equals demo account. For undelayed data, this is for delayed data. So everything else is unchecked. I don't need it. I'm going to disconnect it. I don't want it. And there's even more important thing here, quotes provider. What does it mean? You tell ATAS which connection to use as the source of data, because Rhythmic, CQG, DXFeed, I think Kinetic, I don't know, is not just data source. You communicate through this data feed with your broker or your prop firm. You send your orders, you get the confirmations, you see your profit and loss, and so on and so on. So, yeah, thank you. Hey guys. So you see, you communicate through the data feed. But, so you need to have these data feeds active. For example, let's say I have three different prop firms, Bullenox, Phidias, John Doe prop firm, and so on and so on. All these data feeds need to be connected to be able to communicate, to see my accounts among the accounts. Otherwise, I don't see accounts. But only one and only data feed can provide me with quotes, can provide me with candles, so to say. Otherwise, there's a chaos. Because I receive information about bits ask from Apex, I receive the information about bits and asks from Bullenox, I receive the information from Phidias, and ATAS doesn't know which of them are valid. You know, it gets it over each other, and ATAS isn't able to say, oh, it's the same data. I'm receiving bit asks from simultaneously from Apex and Bullenox. I will choose Apex. Why Apex? Why not Bullenox? I need Bullenox data because I pay level 2 data at Bullenox, for example. I don't know. There are several reasons for such a decision. So you say which data feed will provide ATAS with candles data, with quotes data. all other instruments should be unchecked. Sorry, no instruments, data sources. Only one data source can be actually checked. That provides me with data. I will click at connect, and if I was right, connecting, then I will be connected. In a moment, I'm connected, and currently this Rhythmix I named APH provides ATAS with data. And also my demo account is available, but doesn't provide me with any quotes, which is what I need, actually. So I will click at apply, and now you may see that the chart stopped at 29,294.50. How it comes? That's actually okay, because there was NQ delayed selected. And I told you before, these are two entirely different instruments. NQ delayed has nothing to do with NQ undelayed. These are two entirely different instruments. Check this out. I will click at NQ and it moves. Of course, because this is live data at this moment. I'm receiving live data, and live data is what I see at the ATAS chart at this moment. That's okay. So we need to somehow change this. This is the instrument window, and we need to select the instruments we need often. I will get rid of all the delayed instruments. Otherwise, there's chaos. You will click at it, ATAS doesn't, chart doesn't move, you don't know why, and so on and so on. I personally like calm trading without any stress, and so on, to be concentrated, to be focused, and so on, and not thinking about, the chart doesn't move. Why? What's the problem with the data feed? There is no problem with the data feed. Instrument is incorrect. So I will click at this star, which either make the item favorite on D or defavoritize the object. And look at that. NQ disappeared. ES disappeared. And I will have among the favorites S&P 500, Nasdaq, crude oil, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. I don't need Ethereum, I don't need Bitcoin, but I need micro contracts such as MES, MNQ, and let's say my favorite one, Dow Jones. So you can either click at all, or you can search it manually. When I open up US and EU futures, equity indexes, where is my Dow Jones favorite? Mini, E-mini, doesn't matter. You can click at all and search, but you can stay in favorites and you can click here in the search window, and you can either enter the ticker of the instrument, such as YM for Dow Jones, and you see YM. But attention, again, pay attention. There is YM continues. DX feed delayed again with the clock icon. Don't choose it, because that is the delayed instrument. And then there's this one, YM continues. That's our instrument. This is what I want. And there are also these particular contracts, because futures is contracts. It's a contract about the upcoming trade. Without diving too deep into this topic, well, the contracts have a certain validity. I think that the indices have a 3-month validity, and crude oil has just 1 month and 1 month validity. And this is the description of the contract. YMH6 means that this particular contract lost its validity in March 2026. It's no more valid at this moment. Currently, we neither trade YMM6 because the validity ended in June 2026. We trade here this one, YMU6, September 2026, yeah? YM is the ticker, YM is Dow Jones, U is the month. That's why there's H, M, U, and Z. And 6 apparently is the year. You don't want to remember this. You don't need to. You click at continuous and ATAS automatically switches to the new contract as soon as the old contract will have been invalidated. So I will click at the star, and this way I will have Dow Jones. I have to clean the search window. You see, YM is among the favorites at the moment, at this moment. If I want to add, for instance, silver, I can either enter SI, the abbreviation, the ticker, or I can simply write silver. Look at that. Silver is SI. See that? Attention, it's the delayed contract. I need to select, here it's QI. So I need to click here at this star, not at this star. It's delayed. And we need the micro instruments. We need MES, apparently not delayed, but the continuous one. We need MNQ, same thing, and MYM. Like so. When I go back to favorites, there are no favorites, just MYM, because I left MYM in the search field of the search field. Okay, I will click at X and I see all my instruments. So when I want to see micro Nasdaq instead of Nasdaq, I will simply click at MNQ and that's it. I see the micro Nasdaq. I can zoom in, zoom out, that's the same. I will describe the zooms later. I can remove the indicators by clicking at the X and so on and so on. There's no change. And what I was going to show you and emphasize, because now when I click at this icon, templates, which obviously represents templates, and I click at settings, I need to choose the instrument. There are no favorites. Because previously there was something in the list, and that was because I imported them before. Now there's nothing imported. If you see, there isn't any template which I previously created. Well, you are not familiar with my templates, but you can trust me. That's one thing. And another thing, there are no more templates and snapshots. Unlike previous ATAS Classic, it has templates and snapshots. However, I think it's been already updated as well. There are no more snapshots in ATAS Classic either. There's just templates at the moment. Templates. And you will choose what you are going to import. I will show you. Where are my templates? You should click at import, like so. You will find your settings file, which is here, and I will import it. And it's here. 1, 2, cluster chart. I will make it favorite. I will click at it and I will apply. I will load it. And this is the window which was not available in ATAS Classic before. I can choose what I want to import. Settings of the chart, background, candle colors, price axis, font size, grid, and so on and so on and so on. Drawing objects, when you want to share the template with a friend of yours, with your drawings, where you show the development, I don't know, the rectangles the price were about to react to, and so on, you tell him and import the drawing objects as well. But now I don't need it. I don't need them. Neither I need the indicators. There aren't any. Oh, there are indicators indeed. I will show you later. But I don't want to, I want to import them. I want to import them. And time frames, I'm okay with my time frame at the moment. And I will click it load. And that's it. See that? And this is the indicator I spoke about before. This is the indicator I created in the webinar previously. In the marathon, during the marathon. So, that's it. That's the settings. I can obviously click at templates again. Oh no, sorry, that's the trading panel. I can click at templates again. You see, there are favorites already. And there is this 1-2 cluster chart because I make it favorite. And now I don't have to go to settings and search for the template and select it and import it and so on and so on. I just click at favorite, cluster chart, and this is my template. Very, very convenient. And when I go to templates and settings and click at import, and I go here to my indicators shortcut at my quick access panel, and I click at ATAS, and I click at chart, and I click at templates, then I can choose my templates, and this way I can import it. The same thing I was demonstrating before when I placed the template at the desktop. Now there's no template I'm about to import. I'm going to show you this way. And when I scroll down, then there's let's say charts, unified templates. It's been already merged together, even under ATAS Classic. So I click at TPO 30-minute ETH plus RTH, which stands for 30-minute TPO daily chart, electronic trading hours and regular trading hours. I will click at open, and you see that? It's here. It's here. That's the template I just imported. I will make it favorite. I will select it, I will click at apply. I need chart settings, I need indicators, I need time frame even, because I'm about to change it to 30-minute time frame. And I don't need any drawing objects, and I click at load. And this is the settings. This is my market profile and volume profile template, which I use in my trading. And it's already sitting among the templates favorites. See that? I imported it from ATAS Classic, just like so. And it also switched to 30-minute time frame, and this is a good actually step up to move on, because here you choose your indicator, here you choose the trading size. There's currently 1 lot. I can change it to 3 lots, let's say, or to 5 lots. And when I click at the trading panel here, you see that this value has been updated to 5 because it's obviously linked together. It doesn't matter whether you change the value here to 5 or here to 5. I can decrease it to 2 only, not 52, just 2. 2 is enough. And as soon as I will confirm it, it will get updated at the bottom menu, at the top menu of the chart as well. So this way you will adjust the trading size, the number of the contracts you are about to open. And time frames. This is time frames. I will click at the small arrow, and this is the time frame selection. There's obviously, currently we are at the 30-minute chart because I imported 30-minute time frame from the template of my market profile, of my TPO profile. And you can make the time frames favorites as well, just like many other things in ATAS. And it's here. You don't need to go to the time frames and select your favorite time frame. You can click it because it's in the menu now. So M5 is okay. 1 hour, I don't need it. So I right-click the time frame, or actually I can right-click it here as well. Oh, I cannot. No, I cannot. So that was my fault. I need to click it here and click it remove from favorites. And now it's not among the favorites. On the other hand, I do want to have the 30-minute chart among the favorites, 30-minute time frame. So I right-click the time frame and I click at add to favorites, and it's among the favorites, 5 minutes, 30 minutes daily. I can add the H4 as well, and it's being sorted automatically. ATAS sorts this automatically. Same thing when you want to add any time frame which is currently not there, such as my favorite Renkos. There are 2, 4, 6. I click at configure. I click here at add, but I need to be among. Here you can actually defavoritize the time frames. I need to be in the type of the type of the time frame. Renko. There are 2, 4, 6. I will click here at the top to add, and I will add, let's say, 18, which is my favorite Renko time frame for micro Nasdaq. I will click at that, and here when I click it, I can move it up. Of course, I can move it down, however I want. You can also, when you click at this settings icon, you can change the settings. You can also define the number of the days that will be loaded when I choose this particular time frame. Rule of thumb, the less the better here, especially at the tick chart, because Renko is a tick chart. The less the better. It's an execution time frame where I open the positions. It's not for analysis. It's a trigger. I use Renko charts and tick charts as trigger, not as analysis time frame. I don't need to search for volume nodes or gaps or whatever point of controls at 20-day Renko 18 time frame. You know, that influences the performance. ATAS is very efficient. There's no question about that. But you have to think a little. Do you need 20 days of Renko 18 chart? Why? What for? That makes your platform slower. So literally, the less the better. That's why I always use 1 day only in the history. You know, I could increase it to 3, but I can increase it later on the fly, basically, when I need it. Not always. Literally, really, piece of advice, set this, the less the better. Basically to 1 only. If there was 1.5, if there were 12 hours, I would use 12 hours for Renko. Because Renko, I actually need, I don't know, 10 Renko candles, not 20 days. So 1 day is okay. Okay, apply. And when I go back to my wonderful cluster chart, then I can select, there are the indicators available. Market profile. I'm unfocused. I will delete it. Watermark bar timer, okay. And I can switch to 18, Renko 18. I can click it up and click at add to favorites. Now it's among the favorites. I will click at apply. And this is Renko 18 of micro Nasdaq. Yeah, with my template selected. That's it. That's how it looks like. This is the mode icon where I select what I see actually. I can click at candles and I'm immediately at the candle chart. I can click footprint. I can choose, for example, bid ask. Now it looks like this without zooming in, zooming out, you know. You can just go to the menu and select what you want to see. You can also have the transparent candles if you like it. Why not? It's not bad. Sometimes it comes. Now it came. I have the transparent candles. You can turn off the candles, which is useful when you use, for example, market profile. You don't need candles, literally. So you will turn them off. And there's also the line chart area and so on and so on. And you can set the types of the footprint chart here. If I want to have bid ask digital histogram, then it looks like this. One click and I'm already there. Then there are drawing objects, nothing special except it's not special again, it's been there already in ATAS X as well. There is the drawing, wait a second, I want to make it slightly more friendly, like so. Candles, yeah, that's great. Yes, that's great. I'm talking about this panel on the left. I can turn it on, turn it off. Currently it's on. When I click at drawing object toolbar, I turn it off. And there's no panel. Oh, that's the question. That template is amazing. Do you think you could give us cluster search settings for NASDAQ? Cluster search settings? For NASDAQ, well, it matters whether you use NASDAQ or micro NASDAQ, because I think it's 20 or 50 for micro NASDAQ. We can try later. I hope I won't forget. But I will continue in the description and I will share with you the template and share with you the settings as well. I think it's 20 or 200 at 3 price levels. Maybe it's 200 actually. I will show you later. I highly encourage you to remember the hotkeys for the drawing objects you use often, such as trend line F2, horizontal line, micro NASDAQ. Sorry, yeah, I think so. Micro NASDAQ is probably the only instrument where I recommend micro instrument, not the mini instrument. Unlike S&P, with S&P I recommend ES. With NASDAQ, I recommend MNQ because there's higher volume, and I explain it to someone like a scale, like a scale. Because if you trade NASDAQ, then you see values between 0, let's say, and 50. And when you trade micro NASDAQ, you see values between 0 and, let's say, 200. So the scale is smoother, and you can adjust your indicators precisely, more precisely, unlike with NASDAQ. And both instruments are related. There's apparent relation. It doesn't make sense if NASDAQ went down that the micro NASDAQ would go up. It's apparently nothing to be expected. Yeah, so I encourage you using the shortcuts, you know. I remember when I want to draw a line here, a horizontal line, I'm not going to here menu, drawing objects, lines, okay, yeah, a horizontal line, yes, that's the line. Oh, come on, takes 100 years. I click F6 and I click the line and that's it, there's the line. When I want to draw a trend line, I will click F2 and I draw the line. When I want to draw Fibonacci, then I click F8 and I can click Fibonacci, I can draw Fibonacci retracement, and so on and so on. So hotkeys is a great thing. Nevertheless, you can activate the drawing objects toolbar and use it, and you can click the icon. No, you will click here at the settings and you can adjust what you see at this panel, or make a few drawing objects the most frequently used ones, you have favorites again, you know? So when I use, for example, a brush, let's say I use brush very often among the lines, brush, and I make it my favorite. And all of a sudden it's here. It's sitting here. Because currently you can use the brush in ATAS and draw whatever you want by hand. Not with straight lines, but with your hand. The advantage is apparent. I can obviously use my drawing tool and I can draw the same thing, which I like. You know, but when I move the chart, of course my drawings stay. And the drawings at ATAS move with the chart. So that's an obvious advantage. And when you right click the chart, you can go to drawing objects as well. It's the same. And use lines brush from here. Doesn't matter. But if you use brush regularly, I encourage you going to menu in the top left corner, click at settings, click at hotkeys, click at charting, find the brush. Where's the guy? Brush, you see that? And I can set my personal shortcut, let's say F10. See that? I will click at nothing. I will close it. And now when I click at F10, I have my brush here. Look at that. I will click at F10 again, and I have my brush here. I set the hotkey for my favorite drawing tool. I don't need to go to right-click, drawing objects, lines, brush, nor to menu, drawing objects, lines, brush, nor to my favorite drawing object at the I forgot the name. At the favorite toolbar. Yeah. You can turn it on, turn it off. You cannot turn the panel off and keep favorites only. That's not possible. You have the toolbar with the favorites or without favorites, but always toolbar. And what I very, very much encourage you, this is the second webinar. I'm not going to delete the content of the folder again. I'm highly encouraging you set up the hotkey in charting for deleting all the drawings. Because now you need to go to the menu and so on and search for that. But it's somewhere here. We are close. Objects list. Yeah, objects list. For instance, Control Shift F1. Control Shift 1. It's actually quite good shortcut, isn't it? Control Shift 1. You can do it with your left hand. And this way, I will click Control Shift 1 and I have the drawing objects list. And this way, I can actually hide some drawing objects which I don't need temporarily, or if I'm going to change the settings for this line, I can apparently click at the line, right click it and go to settings and change the width of the line and change the color of the line and change the transparency and so on and so on and so on. But if you are going to, and you can save it as a template, of course, there's no surprise, so I'm not going to spend any time with this. But when I use Control Shift 1, this is the hotkey I set personally for my object list so that I can recall it quickly. And this way you can actually adjust the lines you are interested in and delete the Fibonacci and change the settings for Fibonacci and delete it and so on and select all or delete all and you have a clean chart. So it's really useful just having it under Control Shift 1 or whatever. I don't know, you can set it up to your appetite, up to your mood, basically. So this is the drawing tools. There are indicators, of course. Nothing's changed. I will show you one thing, how you work with the indicators, because it's quite important. normally it's already improved and it works. ATAS X imports and activates the indicators you have activated, but sometimes it doesn't. I will show you what to do. Then there's the mouse. I like changing zoom XY to zoom only. I like zooming the candles only, not zooming the Y axis. Somebody likes it. I'm used to using the keys. When I click Control, I will zoom in out horizontally. When I click Shift, because Shift is above Control at the keyboard, I zoom in and zoom out at the Y-axis. And I think for me, it's more convenient, but it's a highly subjective settings. Somebody likes it, somebody don't like it. Double click at the trace axis or at the F icon in the upper right corner, scales the candles so that you see all the candles. There are templates, trading panel, and DOM Trader. Somebody uses DOM Trader with the heat map, but you need level 2 data, apparently, to be able to use the heat map. Without level 2 data, it doesn't make much sense, in my honest opinion. So close trading panel, and that's it. That's the menu. On the right side, nothing's changed. Scale, linking. You can link the windows. I will show you later. Create a snapshot. Click at calendar and switch to the past. Jump to the past and click at the settings. It's the same settings or settings. Right click the chart and at the bottom or Control S. That's the fastest way. Control S. And I'm in the settings and I can change whatever I want. Indicators. When you go to menu and settings, then there are custom modules. And these are indicators you have active. Sometimes there are not all indicators which you ordered, which you pay for, subscription, and so on and so on. It's slightly hidden under available modules, but you don't see it because the group is closed. You need to click at it and you see the indicators that are there, that are active, that are linked to your email address, ATAS email address, but they are not available among the indicators in the platform. You need to install them, activate them manually, or check it. And it's here again. You just go to menu, you click at settings, and you choose custom modules. And you go to available modules, and you click at install. And now Rain X became available. No detective is not among the indicators. I will install it up, like so. VWAP Universal Ultra is not among the indicator. Now it is. Without restarting, without clicking at any tiny icon in the bottom right corner like previously, these indicators are available already. When I click at indicators and I search for VWAP, I will see my indicator VWAP Universal Ultra. I will double click it. It's at the chart. And when I scroll down, then I see that it's the version from June the 21st, 2026, and it's the universal version. I will talk about the differences on Monday, I think. Is it Monday or... doesn't matter. It's already in the list of the webinars, which are already prepared. So this is the indicators. Otherwise, there are connections. I show you that. There are workspaces. When I click at workspace management, I can also import the existing workspaces, the files I created before. When I go to desktop, then there's this ATAS Marathon. Importing, open the workspace marathon, yes. And now it's among the workspaces, and then it's here, and it's very chaotic. Close window, I just want to close the window. Okay, and I don't need the trading. I want to close, yes. And this is the chart. You see that? This is the workspace I created during a webinar. It looks like this. I can name, I already showed you, this is ES 30-minute chart because I didn't change it. I can change it to, let's say, profiles. And there are tabs at the bottom of the chart as well. See that? See that? It's here. So it's here. Oh, I didn't run. Oh, these are the lines. It's not an indicator. So I can rename it as well. But I will show you. I will show you how to do this. I will click at this plus icon, and this is the core. Basically, finally, at long last, we came to the news. How to open a brand new chart? Because in ATAS Classic, you have layouts. You can have a layout for, let's say, weekly analysis, execution, monitoring, I don't know, whatever, you name it. There are no layouts in ATAS X. There are windows and tabs. So the tabs are linked to each other. I can click at this plus icon and create a new tab, like so. And I have a new tab. And I will click here at the widget, choose a widget, and I will click at chart, and I will choose an instrument. For example, I have S&P on the previous tab, so I will click at ES, and I will load my template, like so. I will unzoom, I will delete this profile on the left, I will select the daily, and I can draw. You see these lines? I will click at Ctrl-Shift-1 and I will delete all the lines. These lines were previously created and saved with the workspace. I don't need them anymore. And I can create the line. I will check the drawings, the magnet sensitivity, because I'm going to align the lines with the swing lows. So I will click at F6 and I will magnet this line to this low. I will Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V the line. I don't need to click at F6 again. I will align it to here. I can do it like so. To these swing highs. I will just right click it. It's not global. You see, it has to be global to be able to see the line across the workspace. Because now I can click at this tab. And you see these three lines I created at the other tab? They are currently available here too, because they are global. So they are valid, they are visible across the entire workspace. There's ES as well at this chart, so when I zoom out a little, I see the lines. These are the lines, because they are global, as mentioned before. Apparently, when I click at MES, then I won't see the lines because it's a different instrument, it's a different chart. So these are the tabs. I can also click at choose a widget, let's say heat map, choose instrument, and we will see nothing because I don't have level 2 data with Apex active. I was just going to demonstrate how to select the data feed with a data provider with particular servers. That's why I have Apex here. I don't need level 2 data at Apex. I don't trade Apex. And you can link the windows. Look at that. You can click at this icon. This is new here. I will click it. Synchronize the vertical price scale with the adjacent chart. And it knows which one, on the left, on the right. If there were more charts next to each other, I could select which width I want to synchronize the chart with. So I will click with link to right, and look at that. Now it will be crazy. So I switch to 5 minutes. See how it changed on the right. When I unzoom it, I'm unzooming the right chart as well, because I can move the left chart and I'm simultaneously moving the right chart too. So you linked the windows together. You linked the chart together, and when you move the one chart, you will move the other as well. So this way you can easily, let's say, use the heat map and the candlestick chart and identify basically the potential levels where the reaction happened. So I see there was this low. It was actually low of the, it was not low of the day. It was, yeah, it was low of today. See? So the previous, basically, America low. And there was this reaction. If I had level 2 data, I would see, maybe, probably, some bubbles or waiting orders or whatever at the heat map, but I don't have it. But this is not about heat map, of course. I will close heat, I can turn it off and so on and so on. It's the same. And that's it. And when I want to, I can close it. Are you sure to want to close? Yes. And now I have only this chart. And I'm about to finish with showing you, I'm thinking about the settings for the cluster search for micro NASDAQ. No worries, I won't forget. I will show you how to arrange your workspace, because it's actually the same, but there's a tiny trap. I got trapped. So I will show you so that you won't get trapped again. Let's say I want to arrange the workspace so that there's this my cluster chart in the middle. Then there's the heat map on the right, or there's the time and sales on the right. And then there are some higher time frames charts on the left. So I will click at this plus icon. I will click at chart, and I have a new chart here. And because I'm lazy, I will set up the group color here. I'm setting it to yellow, let's say, and without choose instrument, okay, I need to choose something, anything. I've chosen S&P, and there's S&P on the left. It doesn't make much sense, so I will click at NASDAQ on the left, and there's S&P on the right. I will click at this profile, I will delete it, and when I click at the group color, group selection, and select yellow, then it switches to NASDAQ as well, because now the instruments are linked through the yellow group color across the workspace, something I was talking about before. And I will go to templates, favorites, cluster chart, and this is my wonderful chart. So it's linked together. And I said I want to have, okay, I said I want to have the cluster chart in the middle. Fine. I was going to have micro NASDAQ here. Now I cannot change this instrument to micro NASDAQ because the charts are linked through the yellow color. I need to ungroup the charts, and now I can change the instrument to micro NASDAQ. Yeah, that's it. July the 16th. That's fine. And now we will be arranging the higher time frames chart on the left. I can obviously click at plus icon, chart, and so on, select load template, and so on. But I already set up this chart wonderfully, like so. I like it very much. So I will not set it again. I will right-click the chart, and I will click at clone here, and the window got cloned. You see the chart, and I will click at the at this area of the chart, and now I can move it. And this was the trap. I got trapped here before because I thought to myself, previously, you saw the window. You saw the entire window. You were moving the chart and you saw the window, so you knew you were moving the chart. Now you don't. Now all you see is just that NQ 5 minutes. And you will start seeing the window. I'm still holding the left button at my mouse, and I see the window. And these are the possibilities of placing the chart, either at the top, and create a cascade or behind each other or at the bottom or on the left or on the right. But I'm going to place it here. It's nice. And I'm going to okay, we have a 5-minute here. I can, for instance, place a VWAP indicator here. At 5-minute chart, it makes sense. I can have a 30-minute chart here with a linoscope, let's say. 30 minutes is an amazing time frame for linoscope, of course. I will turn on the daily levels and the weekly levels and this day's levels. Now it's 30 minutes. And let's say I want to have a market profile as well here. So I will clone this window again, like so. I will move it to the left and I will place it above this 30-minute linoscope chart. You don't see any difference, of course, but there are tabs at the bottom. See that? NQ 30 minutes, NQ 30 minutes. On the left, I don't want any linoscope here. I want, there's this small bug with my, I haven't updated my NVIDIA driver. It's my fault. And now it flashes, it flickers. Just that chart. Okay, so there's this flickering chart is market profile, and there is linoscope. So I can right-click the chart. I can right-click the tab and choose rename tab. I need to select it. Attention, you will click at rename tab, but you won't see the selection. You need to select it manually again. I will rename it to TPO because that's my market profile and I need to confirm that. So I renamed it from NQ 30 minutes to TPO. I will click at this and I will rename it to LNS. Oh, LNS, which is linoscope. I will confirm it. And I have a tab with market profile and linoscope, and I can rename the tab from tab 2 to, for example, rename, I don't know, let's say execution. Execution. Okay. And I can have another tab when I click here and select new tab, which will be, for example, analysis. Well, I will have a daily chart, weekly chart, monthly chart, and so on and so on. The charts I need from time to time, but I don't want them to disturb myself. I need my workspace clean, of course. So this is how you arrange it. And I said that we can have times and sales on the right. So I click at this plus. I will click at smart tape, and you see instrument NASDAQ, and I have my times and sale. I'm not going to waste the time with setting it up, duplicating it, filtering it by size, and so on, seeing small fish, middle fish, big fish, and so on, the obvious stuff, just to show you. If I wanted to have the times and sales, aka smart tape, in the middle of the workspace, I just move it and release it here, and that's it. And times and sales, aka smart tape, is now in the middle, sitting in the middle, and the cluster chart, footprint chart is on the right. So that's it. And now we can go to the cluster search indicator for micro NASDAQ. I will show you, let's say at 5-minute chart. It's okay, why not? 5-minute chart. I think there is indeed depth of market. Depth of market. There is no cluster chart, even better. I will go to indicators. I will go to cluster search. And we need 2 of them, because we need one for bits and one for asks. Cluster search. I will click and place 2 of them at the chart, and I will start setting them up. I can begin with the first one, data, we need to find the value that will be appropriate for Americanization, micro Nasdaq. Actually 5-minute chart, because the price can oscillate and visit the level more times during that 5-minute period. And I'm interested in value across 3 price lines. This is what I personally set up. That's not a dogma. Apparently you can change it, but it makes sense to myself because I spoke about it many times. Let's say we have, let's say I'm interested in the threshold of 50. 50 is a value that I'm interested in, plus minus 50. Above 50 and below minus 50. That's the range I'm interested in. And there's an interesting situation. Imagine, yeah, this is how I'm going to describe it. Look at that. Imagine you have 49 value here, the volume of this candle, the delta of this particular price level is 49, and then there's 0, and then there's 0. That's the one situation. I should have drawn it longer. Never mind. And then there's another situation. There's 49. No, sorry. That's not the case. I just came up with a better example. Look at that. There will be 51 here, and then 0 above, 0 below. Oh, it doesn't matter. 0, 1. There's 1 here, and there are 2 above, so that it's realistic. Also 0, 51, 0 is realistic, but this is more obvious. And then there's 49, 49, 49. So imagine those 2 footprints. The right one is not a weak one, is it? Because it just doesn't hit the threshold of 50 by 1 contract or whatever. And the left one, basically the left one is weaker than the right one. Because there are coincidentally 51 contracts above the threshold of 50, but at the one level. There was the low volume node and low volume node above and below, unlike the right footprint with 49, which was unlucky because it didn't hit our threshold of 50. So what I do, I actually sum the total of 3 levels together. Yeah. You can also use the bars range, but this is something totally different. You actually sum up the values at the price level across more candles. You know, you have, let's say these, yeah, let's say here. And if I set it up at 3, so I'm interested in 1 price level across 3 candles. That's one approach when you choose bars range. And when you choose price range, you are interested in price levels at 1 candle. Gosh, it just moved. It's okay. You know what I mean. That is the difference. So in my opinion, it makes sense to change the price range to, let's say, 2 or even better 3. Now I got the total of 3 levels, and that tells me the strength at 3 levels together. It's better in my opinion, because what is better? I will make it even more evident. Do you want to get the information only at the footprint with the value higher than the threshold, or do you think that 20 is interesting as well? Because 20 is not an average value at Nasdaq. You know, sometimes we have 17, 11, 9, I don't know, 8, and so on and so on. It's better actually to have such information across 3 levels. Am I right? No, I'm not. 20, 28, 49. No, not this one. But you know what I mean. So I'm setting it to 3 levels, and that's why I'm increasing this value to 3. Actually 3 only. Yeah. And you see, we started getting the information. You see that? 3. And minimum value at the 5-minute candle at micro Nasdaq during the American session is interesting to set to 1000 to be informed, to get the information. I will click it apply. And I will get back to the Renko 18. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make that much sense having it set to this 5-minute chart. I don't need time sales, and I need more place, like so. Now it's better. Because what I'm interested, where I use the cluster search, I'm interested in seeing areas with the absorptions at the swing highs, swing lows. That is the purpose of cluster search. So I go back to the settings, I go back to indicators, and I set it up. Now we need to decrease it, I think, to 200, or yeah, 203. I knew it. 203 is quite a good threshold for micro Nasdaq Renko 18. When I set it up to 50, yeah, it's nothing. It's not good. It doesn't say anything. And when I set it up to 500, I don't see anything. I can set it to 250, maybe. Why not? 250 is not bad, is it? Maybe 300. It's too much. Oh, it's 3000. 300 is not bad, is it? See that? See how it nicely works? We get the absorption here, and we get the absorption here. And I like it. Now we need to say, we don't need any maximum value. And now I need to think, positive delta. Positive delta means that the asks at the candle are higher than the bids. So I need to see it at the negative candle in the upper wick. And this is the strength of the cluster search indicator. Now it got split. We have a data tab, we have a visualization tab, and we have the alerts tab. Previously it was under one tab, so it was slightly challenging. That's the popular word today. It was fucking tricky. So I go to visualization and I set here the not yet actually, just the visualization. Sorry, I need to set up the data where I want to see it. I set the high positive delta values. So anything, sorry, not volume, delta. I knew it. I knew it that it was 50. I knew it was 50. Maybe 100. 100 is too much. See that? 100 is too much. Maybe 75. 75 is not bad. Yeah, this is exactly the place. This is where I want to see that. Look at that. Look at the boy. Look at it. This is it. At these places, I want to see the absorption. I want to see these orphans. I want to see these trapped buyers. Trapped buyers. That's the purpose. That's why the high positive value of cluster search. Positive delta, 75 or 50. Up to you. You need to set it up. And I want to clean the mess here. I don't want to see it during the movement. I want to see it at the negative candle because these are trapped buyers. They were buying, created a high delta values at the top of the candle, which closed as a negative candle, and they got orphaned in the candle wick. So this is what I want to get from cluster search. So I go to the settings, 75 is okay, 3 levels, that's okay. Candle direction, bearish. And you see how many How many noise did we lose all of a sudden? We see only the absorptions at the negative candles, and I can make it even more strict, that I want to see it not price location any, but upper week. And that's it. That's it. Exactly here. Exactly here. This is nice. And now I can work with the visualization, because I don't want to see these price levels. I'm used to circles, ellipses, and diamonds, and so on and so on. So I go to visualizations and I click at not show price. I don't want to show price. I want to see not the rectangle, let's say the diamond, like so. And these were trapped buyers. So either you can have it red or you can have it green. It's up to your logic. Trapped buyers, I will make it green. So more colors plus color, red, green, blue, red 0, green 255, blue 0, green, red 0, yeah, green 255, blue 0, like so. That is nice. Apply, see that. And that's it. Diamond. Okay, and now the size. Maximum 5, minimum 10, let's say, like so. And default size, so we are beginning with 15. That's not bad, is it? That's not bad. It's quite nice. I'm happy with that. And I actually like having the green diamonds at the red candles, because that's the contrast. That's a natural contrast. And now I need to set the opposite one. This one is even more challenging. So let's go to delta. And now the maximum value has to be minus 75. This is what's challenging. This is what's challenging. You think there's nothing. There's indeed is here. And now I see that 75 is high. That needs to be 50. Yeah, exactly. See that? With 50 you see it. So I need to go back. It's advisable having the same value at both indicators. See that? We got some noise here, slightly, but it's not bad. And we have the negative ones. So I can go to the other cluster search indicator and set it up the same way. Oh, actually, that was actually at one price level only. Now it's at 3 price levels. So 75 at the end of the day. Yeah, 75. Sorry for that. This indicator takes some time to set it up, but it's priceless. So 75, I need it at the bearish sorry. Here. I need it at the bearish candle. Bearish only. Bullish. Bullish candle, yes. And ideally in the lower week. That's right. And as for the visualization, I can change it. The object color can be orange. And I don't need show price. That's right. And instead of rectangle, I want to see the diamond. And I need to play with this a little. Just a little. And increase the size to 15. That was what I previously set up. 15, 10, 50. That's right. Maybe I can increase it. I will choose my favorite color, which is red is 255. Green is 30. And blue is 0. Apply. It's a nice red color. I can make it even larger, like 20. And in this case 20 as well. Go to visualization, increase it to 20 so that it's same. It is. Okay, so the setting at 3 price levels, 50 or 75. Up to you. Bear in mind that the first indicator has to have minimum value 75, because I said that before. I said that it should be very probably plus minus 50, and I said that we are interested in the values above 50 and below minus 50. So in the first case, the minimum value should be 50. It's here. Minimum value should be 50. And in the second case, we need the maximum values minus 75, because I'm interested in minus 50, minus 51, minus 52, and so on and so on. So the maximum, the highest value, it's a negative number. It's a negative value. So the highest number should be minus 50. Maximum value should be minus 75. I set it up to minus 75. Doesn't matter. It's the same, isn't it? You know what I mean? So that's the trap. That's the trap, setting up the first indicator to minimum value plus, and the second one to maximum value minus 75. That's it. Okay. Apply, and this is your chart. See that? It's not bad. I would play with that a little. I would space some time and effort, but actually it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And when you wait for the shift in the structure, or basically when you respect the trend, when you see that they are in a downtrend and you open just at these candles, a friend of mine doesn't hesitate opening during the trend when he sees the absorptions even during this price development. Why not? Why not? Why not? You have more trade opportunities, but you have more stop losses as well. On the other hand, he's highly profitable. But for me, and this is actually the logic of semaphoric, micro Nasdaq 18, I can add semaphoric to the chart. $75, I indeed think it's a good balance too. Yes, it's absorptions and basically trapped buyers, trapped sellers. There are more indicators coming. You already saw in your ATAS, when you start ATAS, you see it on the left of the welcome window that there are 3 new indicators, MBO indicators. There's the iceberg detector, stop tracker, and sweep tracker. These are 3 indicators. I'm having a marathon the week after the next week on July the 23rd, I think. Is it? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's supposedly at 18 o'clock Central European Summer Time. And I will be talking about these indicators, about how to set them up, and about the strategies with them. And this is it, basically. I told you that a friend of mine, he doesn't bother opening here. It's not my case, actually. I like opening here. I like seeing pullback. There are less trades. This is my entry candle. Because here, okay, but look at that. This is much better. This is much better. They rotated here a little. This is already rotation. This is swing. And they broke it. And they broke it and they pulled up. Look at that. This is always so nice to see that. Look at that. So this is shift in market structure. And this is my entry candle. This is my personal setup. This is what I wait for. There was the shift in market structure. They can go whatever. I don't know. I don't know. There's liquidity. There's liquidity. So I bet they will visit the area later. And they have, haven't they? I'm curious now. Because there's apparent liquidity. Look at that. It's just waiting. It's just the billboard saying, hey, I'm here. That was so obvious that they go there. If you are brave enough, you can start opening shorts here and collect it and trade to here, to this liquidity. Because they created such a magnet here. Never mind. So yeah, I like opening here at this position. This is how I built semaphoric. This is why I built semaphoric 4, because I want to open here, and I emphasized this dozen times before, that I want to see at least 1, 2, 3, 4 in this case, counter trend candles, and then the first candle has to be the trigger candle. So that's it. They broke this structure, created this, but this is an excellent entry candle. This one, look at that. There's not a correct and a wrong approach, because every trader is different, every trader is a different attitude, believes in something different, makes him sense something different. Haha, that's funny. Look at that. Look at this one. I spoke about the liquidity. They broke it and they pulled back to this level and created this. And I bet there was semaphoric. Look at that. How obvious it is. Look at the position of the POC here. Look at all the absorptions. Look at the delta, highly positive delta here. Wonderful. So that's it. I have been talking so long. Anyway, I'm very glad. I've been very glad having you here. I'm back. I feel amazing. I had some healthy issues. I'm visiting the specialist tomorrow with my thyroid. She's the doctorand or docent. I don't know if this exists in language. Kind of professor, so to say. And we are going to justify a few things. My brother is after the treatment. He feels amazing. Everything is amazing. So I'm back. And my goal is to have 2 webinars a week at my channel. Maybe 1 in German, 1 in English, or 2 in German and the next week 2 in English. I don't know. But that's my goal, having 2 sessions, 2 webinars a week, show you a few setups, a few ideas, news, and so on and so on. So we will be seeing each other more often. That's enough for today. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Monday, if I'm right. I don't know if I'm right. I'm talking about it, and I don't know whether it was Monday or wasn't. Where's my calendar? Yes, exactly. We are seeing each other on Monday, and I'm having the MBO marathon with ATAS on July 27, 28, 29. That's it. Have a very nice day. Enjoy the rest of the Thursday evening, and see you next time. Bye-bye. I need to stop the stream. I don't know how. Here. Sorry for that, guys. Have a nice evening.